endeavors to be successful, your ambitions, and all that drive you have to be successful, don't forget to be successful at home. In today's society, we're very attracted to the things that we see on social media, the things that we see that's portrayed out on pictures, videos, and posts that, give us this look into this lifestyle or give us this facade of a lifestyle. Most of the stuff that we see online, it doesn't give a real true depiction of what success really is. And because of it, people have now, they don't really go towards the actual, level of success or trying to be successful in the right of like their business growing or making an impact or, doing something to help someone else or to be a blessing. Now, a lot of people are attracted to just getting more likes, getting more views, which is fine, but they're just attracted to, the success of looking good or everyone knowing who they are and them being, have a successful name out there and everybody sharing their post and all that stuff. That's great. However, the true art of success has nothing to do with how many likes you get, how many shares you have, how many people that know you. That's not the true art of success. Whatever platform you're watching this on, there are many people that you've never heard of, that you've never seen, you never seen a post from them, they haven't been on your radar, that are literally making six figures and making millions of dollars, but you don't know them. And so what happens is now we have so many people that are so hungry for that popularity that they have forgotten to make an impact. And more importantly, a lot of people have started to forget to make an impact within their home. In the business world, you have so many people that are spending so much time, so many hours into just being a better business person that they forget to put the time into being a better husband, a better wife, a better parent, a better mom, whatever it is, a better family member, a better friend, a better volunteer, or just cater to the things that are the most important things in their life. It's funny how, especially when you start a business, how you can start a business because you want to do things, you want things to be better for your family. You want things to be better for your kids. You want to be able to buy your mom that house. You want to do all these things. But then when you get in business, it's so easy that shiny object starts to distract you. And then you forget about the reason why you started your business, and you're more attracted to the things and those images that aren't necessarily true depictions online. You get attracted to that. So then the things that you started business for, also can become the thing that you lose trying to get to a certain destination. We see it in the movies all the time, where someone has become very successful at the expense of, just not paying attention to their family, their spouses, and we see it and we say, oh, how sad. But little do we know that in a lot of cases, that's what's going on today just through social media. I see so many people that are like attracted to this level of success and facade, like, thinking that that's the lifestyle that they want to get to, when really, the lifestyle that they're after, it's rarely seen online. It's not really attractive. The lifestyle where, things are just okay at home, the lifestyle of you being a great parent, but still having success in business, the lifestyle where, there is no beaches of the world, where it's just your bills are paid, or you have enough money to do the things you want to do. You have more than enough money. You're making investments. I mean, you're just being low key. Now, a lot of people want that popularity type of lifestyle. They want that notoriety. They feel like that's what's going to acclaim them as a leader or as someone who's successful, and success has nothing to do with, oh, I get to sit on the beaches of the world. That's nice. It's very nice to be able to travel and to be able to get away and to do those things, but that isn't the ultimate goal of why you probably started a business or you started a ministry or an organization. So be very careful that you don't forget that if you can be strong in the world, to be strong at home too. Your greatest impact will in fact not be the people that are outside of your home, but inside of your home. Yes, I know there are some circumstances where, hey, things just might not be going well at home. But in the same instance, it still doesn't stop you from trying to do your very best at home. A lot of times we just think that, like we have this grass is greener on the other side view, but we don't really know the expense. So say for example, like I work from home. I have worked from home for a while. My particular businesses don't need offices because everything's done virtually. Anyone that does work for me, whatever, it's all done virtually. We don't have to be in an office setting. It's not needed. And so what happens is a lot of times I talk to people and they'll say, "Man, I can't wait to be, in your position." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "So I can work from home. I can get rid of this job." And I understand. Yes, being able to, work for yourself has great benefits. But here's the thing though. You still got to work. My alarm goes off between 5:30 and 6:30 pretty much every single day. Saturday is the only day that I may wake up a little later, like around 7:30. But I'm still having to put in the work. And being at home, there's a lot of distractions. Like the grass could need to be cut, or the dishes need to be done, or something like that, to where instead of me working, I can easily just end up doing those things and not do the work, versus saying I'm going to do those things on a certain day, and then working when I need to do that work. That's pretty much how I flow. So while I'm at home, I try to focus as much as I can on getting as much work as I can get done. All right. And then I pick certain days where, okay, today I'm going to fix this that's broken in the house, or I'm going to do that. So that way that I don't take away from me getting the work done that I need to get done, as well as making sure that I am fulfilling the orders of clients, etc., and being able to get those meetings done that I need to do without any, distractions or any delay. So as well as you may want all of these great things that you see the picture of, understand there is a work in progress that has to take place, and there's a journey. And yes, you can achieve those things where maybe, yeah, you could travel and sit on the beaches all the time if you want. However, there's a level of work to it. So be more attracted to the work of what it takes to be successful, which also includes you doing the right things that you have to do at home to take care of family as well. Now, there are ways to do it. Now, I don't have any numbered sheets or things written down, but here's a few ways that can help you to achieve that, where you can still be successful, in your business, but also still be successful as being a parent and being a father, or just being a spouse or what have you. It doesn't have to be totally separated from the two. Now, here's one of the things that you want to do. If you're a woman and you're aspiring to be in business, and let's say you're a woman who's married and has kids, it's nice to try to connect with everyone in business and learn from everyone in business. But here's some good ideas that you should use. Try to find people who are in your situation. Whether it's a female that has kids of her own and that be married as well, and she's having success, and she's taking care of the things that she needs to take care of at home as well. That may be someone that you may want to glean from, versus the single woman that doesn't have kids, that's traveling the world and doing whatever she wants. That's just not the life of a parent or someone who's a spouse. That's just not the reality of what it is. If you're a guy and you're a husband and you're a father, the same accounts for you. It's nice to be that guy that's online, that's very acclimate, like people just give him all the praise, and people are always looking for his time and reaching out to him, and always on his social media post, and he's Mr. Popular. That's nice. However, you want to make sure that you're still doing those things at home, and that you are keeping your marriage intact, as well as dating your wife as well, and taking her out and understanding that she has needs too. So it's nice to find men that are having success in that arena as well. So that way you can learn from that and not learn from the guy that's single, that doesn't have any kids, and he's out there living the life and partying every weekend. That's not the type of people you want to follow. Yes, you can learn something from them. However, that is not the lifestyle or that you want to quote unquote model yourself after. Okay. One of the other things you can do is you can set boundaries with your work. All right. So let's say, for example, and I use me for an example. So I'm a father. Me and my wife have 3 kids. We have 3 kids that have a lot of energy. So I only try to work through a certain time period. And then once the older 2 kids get from home, because one of them's younger, he's not in school yet. But once the older 2 get home, I decrease, the work that I do, or even phone calls that I take for, a few hours or whatnot, to try to, cater to whatever it is, with them. They just getting home from school, they may have a project or whatever it is, or if there's somewhere that we take them for after school or something like that, so that way that I am not just neglecting them, and they see daddy working in business and it's a good example. However, I'm neglecting them at the same time. So that's what I try to do. I try to do that as much as possible, and I try to do that through a certain amount of days. And then when like a Friday comes around, I don't do as much crazy work unless I'm working with a client, that, has a project that's due, like they have a grand opening or something, because I work, in marketing. So it's like, that's the only reason why I may put a lot of time into a Friday, or a Saturday working. I do take days on the weekend to kind of catch up on stuff if I'm behind, but I try to set those boundaries to be lenient, because I do have a family, I do have a house to take care of, I do have other responsibilities that we are involved in outside of our home. To just try to keep, I don't want to say balance, but just try to keep things in perspective, so that we're not just overweighted, because my wife, she has her own business as well. And so we're not just overweighted and just all this business work, and we're giving everything to everyone else, but we haven't given anything to ourselves. So creating boundaries and sticking to those boundaries. Like, if it's something you and the family are doing, I know it's hard, especially if you get a lot of, notifications and emails and calls and text messages, just like I do. Like, it can be hard to turn that phone off. Well, sometimes, just put the phone down, have fun with your family, enjoy the moment, enjoy that moment with them. Pretty much, everything's going to be okay, after that time. You're not really going to lose much by taking, whether it's a few hours out of the day, or maybe it's a whole day, or maybe it's a vacation, because we all need it. So being able to do that also helps. Communicating with your family is something that can help as well. Sharing with them your intentions of what you're doing, showing them your vision, so it doesn't look like you're just out there, you just don't care for them, you're just doing your thing. So being able to do things like that can also help you in business, by just communicating properly to the family, not just wanting them to hear what you have to say, but also listening to what they have to say, what they may want, and what they may need as well. I promise you, I understand the whole team no sleep thing. I get it. But what happens is, most cases, people are spending a lot of time doing business, but they're not actually being productive or really doing business at all. See, for example, you can work 8 hours in a day and not actually work 8 hours in a day, because, I'm getting this work done, I'm grinding, but you're grinding distracted. You're watching TV, and you're on the phone, or you get caught up on social media and you're scrolling for hours, but you're grinding, right? So here's the alternative to that. The alternative is you can still get a lot of work done by just making sure that you're actually doing work. You'd be surprised how much work you can get done in a 4 or even a 6 hour period if you're actually just doing the work and you're not getting caught up on social media. However, it's nice to take breaks, but if you're just doing, the actual work it takes, that will condense your time, and you can have a day that's fulfilled, or you feel fulfilled, like you've gotten some stuff done, and then whatever it is you couldn't, you can easily write it down for the next day to get it done, if if it's feasible, depending on your business or what it is that you do. That's just a way that can help you free up more time for your family, free up more time for things that are important to you versus, you're just engulfed into one thing. The worst thing ever is to get the results that you want and that you've been looking for, but you're 100% alone because you had to turn and cut everything else around you off, meaning like the things that are important to you just to get it. And only for you to get there and then realize, I got it, but the real reason I had it, I don't even have that anymore. That's not a good feeling you want to, end up having to deal with. That's not the result you want in your life. There are tons more other things that you could do to ensure that you are keeping things straight at home, keeping things straight in your marriage. There's a lot of people who love the business flow, and trust me, I'm not judgmental at all, but there's so many people that will give so much to business and be so detached from their home, so they find other relationships and things they get involved with outside of their marriage, outside of their home, and it causes a lot of problems. What we don't hear in the business world, when you see everybody showing a success, there are many people that are having issues at home that can easily be fixed if they just turn some of their attention back to the real reason why they started business in the first place. Unless the real reason was they just wanted to be Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all, and Mr. and Mrs. Look at me, all along. But most cases, people started business because they wanted to have a better life. And having a better life is not just having all the money in the world and that's it. It's also having it, yes, and be able to do the things that you really want to do, but also being able to share it with the people that you love the most. And so I hope this has been helpful. I may do another video to give more tips on that, just being in family and being in business. It can have its challenges, but it's not as hard as we make it. It's just all about how we structure things and how we keep to those structures. So just remember this: if you're going through anything and things are tough and you're going through something and you can't change it, just understand that God, you can give that to God if you can't change it. However, if you can change the situation that you're going through, then understand that God gave it to you. Hope this has been helpful. As I said before, see you in the next video.